strutting his stuff. WTF. He's scooting on by. Uh-oh, there's the reality rift coming through. Pops the fairy fire immediately. They want the brain sap. They've got the damage for it. They need one more right click. The tether move speed's coming out, and they're going to get the first blood. They might try to find Mag as well, but he won't be able to get out.
Kind of cool to see him use reality rift first there, but keep in mind that it does apply the slow from tether in a lot of cases, so you're actually getting slow, and you're getting disable and out of position movement from the reality rift, but a really fast kill there.
Yeah, that's the first blood. It will go to RTZ, which will allow him to pick up what looks to be a stick. There's the Oracle coming through. Will pop up the Q button. Fortune's End will go. The double decay flies out as well. RTZ a little bit low. They'll get regen up with the bottle coming in. Reality rift, they're looking for perhaps another kill here, but they can't quite find it. As Solo will take a lot of damage. The bonus damage coming in from the reality rift, followed up with the brain sap. If they had a stun, that would have been a kill, almost certainly, from RTZ. But another double decay comes out, and they have to be careful. Sioma's sitting up at 4 decay stacks, 900 HP, and 24 plus 17 strength, which is pretty nice.
In terms of last hits, Alondra does 8 already. RTZ at about 5, so this is okay. And I like that the sports actually both rotated to the rune spot while the creep wave pushes in, because getting RTZ up to like level 3 is really important. He needs the stun, and ideally as many seconds of duration as you can get. So they give him the lane, he gets 2, and maybe they'll get a 9 kill.
Diombo got caught, but he will be able to get out. He actually has a lot of HP. He lost it there. I think just the right clicks and brain sap as well, though.
Yeah. It's also when decay goes away. When you increase your strength, but you take damage, it's like your reverse tread switching. So taking damage while your decay is up is very detrimental to you. Same thing with healing while your decay is up. So that's partially harass, and it's also partially the hits that he took while he was decayed.
That's fair. Looking at the other lanes currently, we have Universe going to work on Pasha. He's got 15 last assists to 12, so Pasha's doing okay, but still Universe having a little bit better of a time. Mid lane, you can see Sumel has an advantage coming through. Now, back into the bottom lane, Solo is going to get chased down by PPD. They're looking to just dive the tower now as the creep wave is pushed in. RTZ looking for a target. Sioma's about to walk out. He's going to go for the decay. He'll find it, but looks like EG do not want to go for a punish here. Top lane again. Universe continues to zone out Pasha as best as possible. He's actually run completely out of region with the exception of the Fairy Fire. Lots of taunts being used for Vega. They're just having a good time. It's a party, essentially, all across the map. Whether they're swimming or dancing, everybody's getting involved.
They've clearly been watching Canada Cup and learning things from the Proving teams.
Oh, yeah, the Proving teams love it, yeah.
Oh, he might get a kill here on Tide. He's just following him.
Pasha's in some trouble. One right click would probably do the job. This is going to be a kill. He'll pop the Fairy Fire. Now Pasha has to concern himself as to whether or not I should try to deny himself. Good juke back, and it looks like it will be almost denied, but Universe with a Judo Chop will get the kill, and that's second blood going the way of the top Universe Darks here.
Definitely a bit of an advantage there for Darkseer in the lane, just because he just has to stand there and he does damage to his opponent, doesn't have to aggro creeps, doesn't have to rely on mana as much as Tide does, and he also has more control since he is a faster hero over whether or not he wants to go for kill or escape. So a little tough there for Tide.
Yeah, not the best start for him. And now there's the Reality Rift bottom lane. He has rotated in. His tri lane is changed up a little bit. PPD will get Fortune's End. There's the stun up at the Pasha. It is a 2-second one. Tombstone's been dropped. PPD still in trouble. Soul Rip's up and ready to go. Nightmare comes out. There's the Purifying Flames. Last right click. The Soul Rip will grab the kill. It was a good effort from Fear to stay alive, but nice play from Vega to rotate down. Meanwhile, top rune spot, they're looking for no one. They won't quite find him. Smil doesn't have ball lighting, overload proc going through. Great avalanche on a 2, toss up as well. And they get the kill, and no one he will exchange his life for this, more than likely. But still, he does get to pick up onto the IO. Nice play coming here from no one.
It's great for him to get the kill, but that's going to guarantee Sumel picking up 6. And if you're doing aggressive tri-lanes or aggressive dual lanes, this means that if anything gets a little divey towards EG's team, that Sumel can show up on the Storm. So things get pretty scary here for Vega. Not only do they have to deal with Storm Spirit, but the closer they get to relocate, just means that their map is going to be less safe to be on.
Mag rotates up to the top lane, and well, the Panta, without having demolished it, will take a lot of damage from the Iron Shell. You can see it's already low. And if it keeps getting close to that creep wave, it's not going to be great. There's the Reality Rift, the stun onto Pasha as well. They've got Brain Zap and Nightmare. And Solo as well as Sioma are nearby. Arteezy's actually low. He might die here. Tether comes through, but the Purified Flames grab the kill. Solo had a double damage rune. He's just going to town out of these heroes. He's going to pop the Fairy Fire. Purifying Flames almost bringing him down. He goes down to the decay from Sioma, who did it blind. And suddenly, this is the bottom lane that they were looking for as he funks it up even further.
And things weren't going as hot for EG as they were at the very beginning of the laning stage.
Yeah, and this is the problem for Arteezy. He's not going to find that much farm. He's got 26 last hits, actually. He's doing pretty well, but that death is going to put him a little bit further behind. Sumel going up to no one. They actually have PPD rotating in. Sumel, a little bit of mana left. He's looking for a pull or overload. They can't quite find it. Brain Sap will go, but he's able to bottle up just barely, and no one will stay up and alive. And good try from Sumail, but great play from no one again to keep himself up and living and ready to go.
So Sumail's just about at treads here. If he sees we're tiniest, he can maybe go in. They do have the vision. Oh, if he nightmares, he's over.
Nightmare, it's going to come in.
Sumail,
Good avalanche coming through. Sumail does not want to go for this kill. 6-minute rune is more important. Brain sap, there's the toss. One more right click. Can he get in range?
Oh,
The answer to that
man.
question is no. PPD was there, but Sumail decides just to go for the rune instead. And if he walks up, that's a kill.
Yeah, with that said though, this ward is actually completely fresh. So yeah, he actually would have had that kill. Sumail didn't have any mana though. So he probably thought, oh, I don't have mana, this isn't going to be a kill. But he goes for the rune, he gets the rune, but no kill. It would have been great if Peter was able to get the solo kill, but he didn't get that either. Just slightly lacking in damage there.
Artesian Fear come mid looking for a target, but, well, I think they might have been spotted by this ward. There's a good chance that that was the case. Oh, maybe not. They're going to TP no one in. They know that he's there now, and RTZ's looking for a Reality Rift behind him. Solo is nearby with Purifying Flames at Fortune's End. This is maybe a hectic dive. We'll see if they go for it. Reality Rift about to fly. Tether comes through. There's the stun. They're going to back up now with TP's coming through. Fortune's End. Fear is in trouble. Tether's already been used. He'll take a Purifying Flame damage. Toss up as well. Ravage comes through. Beautifully done onto 3. Posh will go to work. They can't get the gush off. There's the stun. And here's Vega in force coming to work. They've got the Tombstone drop down, another toss coming in. That'll be up onto PPD. He gets destroyed by the Purifying Flames. They almost lose the courier as well. Surge up the Iron Shell. Reality Rift. They'll find Sioma. Will they get this kill? Absolutely. It looks like Stick Charge will fly. Decay comes up. Good soul rip, but keeps him only alive for a moment longer as RTZ wants more. Tether up. They've got stun at 3. Solora no one. Avalanche only hits into Fear. Toss Ava combo. Won't bring him down. It's close though. He's going to get brought back. Now the vacuum comes in. Solo's going to fall. Look at the damage coming in. They have the Iron Shell going to work. Arteezy's got Rihanna ready. Now Pasha in some trouble. All of a sudden, this is getting turned around. Toss up. No one's still taking Spirit hits. Rihanna, he can't quite get there in time. And the vacuum back is not available. They can drop the wall if they want, but it won't get the kill. Iron Shell will fly through. There's the gush. The surge is out. And now, instead of chasing, Universe will head back. Here's Solo back into the fray. Sumail's in trouble. Now there's going to be the stun up for 2 seconds. Purifying Flames has already been used. Great usage of that Fate's Edict, but he still might be in trouble. Last right click will go and grab that kill. He gets back into the fray and dies. A battling-ass game if I've ever seen one. This actually benefits the Lone Druid because guess what? Top lane, he's just farming away, man.
Well, he hasn't taken the tower at least or done any tower damage. So while EG did get a lot of advantage of that, and they did a great job outplaying Vega, they didn't get that many kills. They just got a couple, like 3 kills or so. It was pretty good though. It just really shows the strength of Iron Shell on Chaos Knight with IO in combination. It's way more damage output, and as soon as the Darks are TP'd mid, the fight completely changed there.
Yeah. It was, it could have been a lot better for EG. It could have been a lot worse for Vega too. I mean, Vega actually, I loved their initiation, but they stayed a bit too long, I think, and that's okay, though. They're still doing an okay job, especially this Lone Druid gets farmed in. He does have his Midas now, which is flying out. There it is. That's pretty good.
You know, something else I thought about the other day is I wonder if Chaos Knight should actually max out Reality Rift first before the stun. If you look at the scaling, the damage at level 1 Chaos Bolt does 75 to 200, and the level 4 does 150 to 275. It's not a huge increase. It does guarantee an extra 75 damage, but doing something like a 240 build might be better because Reality Rift does 180 physical bonus damage every time you use it. Right. That alone there, every 6 seconds, is a massive increase. So
the cooldown reduction is huge.
Yeah, goes down to 6 seconds. Like it's actually a pretty big deal. So I wonder if a max out Reality Rift build might be better if you are battling a lot or you have the mana to harass an offlane hero by using that.
And what's the mana? It's always low. It's only 50 mana also.
Yeah.
So it is actually, I think, just better to max out now that I think about it. Well, that's me thinking about it, not actually seeing it like in actual games. But
if you're against like a Storm Spirit or somebody that you need to stun, then yeah, the Chaos Bolt is really what you need. But I think there might be some cases where Chaos Knight should maybe max out Reality Rift at bigger priority than Chaos Bolt.
So we'll see. I mean, he's going to max it out regardless later on down the road, but he doesn't quite have that extra bonus damage. He's got 3 points to the Chaos Bolt, 2 points to the Reality Rift. He's picked up the Bracer for the Drum. They have a huge stack coming out here, which will be taken probably by the Tidehunter, who does have level 4 Anchor Smash. Only level 1 Crack Each Other, which is kind of an issue. But
well, Lone Druid has his Midas up already, and it's not like that's his only item. He's got a Basilius and Orb of Venom. He's got boots on his primary hero. He's actually quite farmed here. This should prove to be a very fast Radiance, which is going to be something that Chaos Knight doesn't want to deal with.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult. I don't know how they can stop this Lone Druid from farming, but they've got to figure something out for Evil Geniuses and for Vega. As long as they make space for Mag, they're going to be in a good spot. Sure, you don't have much farm for no one, but he's actually getting up there a little bit further. He's getting closer to a Blink Dagger now. The Tide is trying to get to a mech. It looks like he's already picked up the Headdress, so it's not like they're in that bad of a spot. And for EG, they still have really good farm for both Sumail as well as the Darkseer, but Sumail's not quite at that Orchid yet. He's getting close. He's got the one Oblivion Staff, but if he gets stifled here in the next couple of moments, this could turn pretty poorly.
Well, the Orchid is going to be very good. It's going to amp up all magic damage, or all damage done to Lone Druid. It's going to be very good against Oracle if you can find him. Undyne as well is another hero that doesn't really do very much against against Storm Spirit in the late game. He just kind of is food for against Storm. So if Storm continues to get ganks and continues to have good team fights here, Sumail could definitely run away with this game.
Yeah, and that seems to be the case in a lot of games where he's Storm. At least it used to be, and I'm not sure if it'll continue to be here in this new patch. It's brave new world, but
it's much harder than it used to be, that's for sure.
Yeah,
With the Remnant being 100 mana at all levels, in the past it was 70, you could get by for CSing a lot more on low mana. It kind of forces you into the max Remnant build now. So it's basically much harder in the laning stage, and the mana cost for your ultimate has gone up by a pretty large amount. So your mana pool is not as high, but you still can do sort of bullshit things like you could before.
Yeah, not quite as much, however. Pasha will go ahead and take up this huge ancient stack. He's going to go ahead and get to his buckler now, and he's getting ever so close to that mech. And the blink has been picked up for the Tiny, so they can get this mech off. They can have the blink up and ready to go. They have Ravage. Suddenly, you get a teamfight or two that maybe EG aren't expecting, and that's going to be huge. Meanwhile, Io's not even sitting at boots. He's just got the bottle and 726 gold. Furious died twice. It feels like he's died more than that, but he hasn't gotten involved in any kills either.
I mean, he doesn't show a lot of assists and stuff like that, but I think he's been in a lot of battles. I think his teamfight participation is way higher than his stats show. He's been in tons of skirmishes and tons of battles and lots of fighting. He's taken how many tiny combos as well? Like, he just constantly is the focus of the enemy team, only having 2 kills, considering how many battles he's been in, I think is pretty respectable. I think he's playing absolutely fine.
RTZ now has picked up his full set of drums. Down bottom, they were looking for a potential go on the Lone Druid, who's underneath the tower. They have to keep Fiend's Grip now, plus they have level 2 Vacuum for Iron Shell and level 1 Wall. Speaking of mech, they have it up for the Darkseer ready to go. He's going to head back to the base and get it. So if VG want to fight, they maybe can. Sumail is very close to that second Oblivion Staff as well. We've just hit a lull in the game, man. It's just a lot of farming right now. Not that I'm really complaining about it, but I think it's really the calm before the storm that's happening right now.
Yeah, I think EG's completely happy with this. Again, if Storm gets over-farmed, then they're in a really good place. Darkseer wants to get a couple big items like Mech to help against the team fight that Vega has, and if nobody dies and they keep getting items on Sumail, then they're in a great spot. PBD does have ult here. They might take a fight mid.
They're going to walk up. They've got Fiend's Grip. Sumail's ready to go as well. No one.
Solo's got his ultimate, so if they do Fiend's Grip somebody, they can remove it with
False Promise is ready. They're going to come into Nightmare. No Blink Ravage, but they almost have mech. The Tombstone's going to get dropped as well. I don't know if EG fights this anymore. Ball lighting away. They really want to kill the Tombstone, but now the Ravage comes out. They jump in. They'll get PPD first. He stays alive. Going to get the Brain Step off. No, not quite. They'll lose the Tombstone, however. It's one so far. Great back wall coming in to jump in from Sumail as well. They'll kill one. Paz is low as well. Right out of it. They'll get the Lone Druid almost instantly. Pulp and Sioma coming up from Sumail. He gets another 4 dead as well. Tether in. What a back wall from Universe. How many times have you heard that? But that was beautiful.
The fight looked so good there for Vega at the start. PP got way out of position to go hit the Tombstone, and they realized, oh, I'm going to get Ravaged and started running away. Gets Ravaged, gets blown up, but the Vac Wall did a lot, and RTZ showed up at the same time. And the fact that Ravage was used when Chaos Knight wasn't there completely changed the fight, because it allows Chaos Knight to do maximum damage potential.
Yeah. They're going to head mid. They're looking for more now. There's the stun up into no one. Can they bring him down? RTZ's low. False Promise will come out. Sumail's looking to back away as well. His Yulzo, or rather his Orchid, almost done. In fact, he's pretty much got it. Denied him in a way, or it looks like. And now there's the toss up into Fear. They're going to jump and tether away. Now the Fortune Sense is going to come out. The Purifying Flames will almost bring him down. Vacuum back. There's the stun up as well. And Sumail still low in mana, but here we go. Fiend's Grip will fly. Now there's going to be the Fate Seater coming through as well. Purifying Flames to heal him up and ready to go. The reality of going to work, and it looks like they will finally get no one. Sumail finds the kill on Sioma on the backside. Surge away. RTZ so low. They relocate him out in the end, and Sumail will take down this Tombstone. But look at that damage coming in. Fortune Sense and Purifying Flames. He's out of mana. The Nightmare will come through and try to keep him up. There's the Anchor Smash. Try to get down to the low ground. He can't. The Purifying Flames will go and bring him down. Now PVD looks to be the next target, and finally Vega looking to turn this around, but guess what? RTZ's back in the fray. Stun up on the back. Vacuum back in as well. 4-second stun. Pasha's about to fall. Last right click will go. Can they get there? He's too slow. Rihanna, if he gets juked around the tree line. Now the Surge will finally fly the Iron Shell, and Universe will find another kill. Meanwhile, Fear taking hits from the Bear, and Mag will get away, but still another fight not going the way of Vega and EG. get another couple of kills going their way.
God, Iron Shell just changes Chaos Knight so much. It's the same as the Wisp. It turns Chaos Knight from a bad hero to a really strong hero. As long as he doesn't get AoE stunned, as long as his opponents are weak on AoE, Chaos Knight's a great carry, and the only big thing he has to deal with is Tombstone, Ravage, and a Tiny combo. But Tiny combos are going other places. Ravage is only on cooldown, or is only off cooldown sometimes, and Tombstone can be dealt with. It's a great fight there. Fear played that great, backed off, did the relocate when Arteezy was in trouble, and that allowed him to be full HP and continue the fight 10 seconds later. That part was really big. Really nice relocate and good Wisp plays from Fear. He's impressing me.
Yeah. And Sumail was close enough to actually surviving the fight, getting to the low ground and getting out, but he did buy his Orchid before dying, so I don't really know if he cares that much about the death. Meanwhile, no one walks right by the Kerr. They're going to ping him out. They know that he's here, and Arteezy's going to walk right through. There's the Toss Avalanche. He's actually got up his armlet ready to go, and look at that damage. The Fortune's Head will fly. They've got Purifying Flames, and not being able to stay Tiny. Now Arteezy and Fear getting chased down. They pop the decay. The Tombstone has been down as well. They actually get the kill with the Purifying Flames on Arteezy. Gonna try to pop this up, and it looks like he might fall. Even with the armlet toggle, he will go down. Nice play from Vega to keep it up and ready to go, and they're gonna find PPD as well. Fortune's End, the False Promise comes out as they can't grab that kill, and PPD will end up falling here as well. He's gonna chase them around and try to make them waste some time here, but it's a double kill for Solo. Really good stuff there coming up from Vega to even up at least one fight going their way.
Yeah, they end up using the Ravage to lock down Arteezy, and they score the kill. He did get a tier 1 tower in the meantime, though. Turned on his armlet, popped his ulti, got a little bit lucky with an extra Phantasm, and was able to split push that in the meantime. So if they do, well, I guess they can't get any more towers, but they're pushing the lanes out very nicely. Top is being a bit defended. I think Darkseid's going to set up for this, because they're going to be alive about when they keep pressing. Now tower's gone. The Bear's too good, I guess.
That he kills it rather quickly with Demolish up and ready to go. Speaking of Mac, how much gold does he have? 2,800? Okay, he's getting close to that relic. They did kill him once. They stopped the Radiance timing just a little bit, but he's still in an okay spot, I think. It's not that bad for Vega.
They delayed it a lot, in my opinion. He's been fighting more than farming recently. Like, he got his Midas at 10 minutes or whatever. I think at 18 minutes, Radiance Midas is semi-reasonable if you do get free farm, and he just hasn't quite gotten free farm this game. He's been a bit busy. Like, he's not going to get the relic until, like, a lot later now. At least, like, 20 minutes. He still needs 1,000 gold.
Relocate mid. No one's going to get Fiends gripped up, and they're going to relocate just Fear. They didn't bring Arteezy. He's going to have to walk all the way there, and no one might actually live. Vacuum back, Purifying Flames, facing to fly. Ball lightning in. They really want this kill, and he can't quite get it, so Sumail has expended a lot of his mana pool. And now the mech comes up. They're looking for Ravage. They bring down Solo. Avalanche onto a couple. Reality. If they get no one, they've got Ravage. No, it's 46 still on cooldown. It's not quite there. The Bear getting brought back, and they're going to bring this bad boy down as well. More right click will do the job, and now it's going to be a pause for Vega.
Two heroes dying there in Vega, so pretty good fight for EG there. They keep initiating. The Fate's Edict is doing amazing things against EG's damage type. Stops Iron Shell, stops Fiend's Grip. It's just stopping all the magic damage going on to whoever gets caught. So the Oracle player is doing a great job here.
Yeah, Solo is having a great game, but it's tough though. I mean, there's so much run and shoot type of lineup, and now Arteezy is going to start building that heart like I talked about. Treads, Drum, Armlet into heart. They take down the tier 2. The tier 3 is being threatened as there's no buyback from no one. They'll have to go ahead and use the glyph here. Ravage is up here in 12 seconds. Lone Druid is trying his best to just get farm and to find that relic, but he is being stifled pretty heavily. The fact that they just popped the Phantasm and get this tier 3 tower this early on, EG is in a great spot. They'll send some of the illusions to get some permanent damage to the range racks, and everyone else will back away for Evil Geniuses, not willing to put their lives on the line, as the Universe has got enough money for a blink now if he wants to go for it. And Sumail is up towards his next item, which is a point booster. So EG continuing the start of Strangle Out Vega here in this game number 3.
Yeah, the lateness of the Radiance now makes things very tough, because EG's teamfight is clearly better, even through things like Ravage, so they're not quite staying up against the disables of EG, and Arteezy is just becoming more and more of a nuisance. He can build as a full agility carry this game because they're limited on AoE, and the Radiance isn't helping that. It's too late here.
Yeah, it's going to be 20 minutes, and he's not going to have the relic still. Radiance will be a couple minutes afterwards. They're going to head bottom. They take down the tier 1 tower. Mag's still mid. They have a couple of heroes split up. Sumail's picked up an Enders rune for himself, so he'll be able to shadow a couple of these heroes, while 3 head bottom, 2 will stay mid. One of them being no one. They can look for a ball lightning initiation. There's the search forward. Sumail's going to try to find this. They're going to go ahead and try to get a pincer maneuver here, and no one's about to get pulled up. There's a haste rune picked up. Now there's going to be the relocating. There's the Orchid as well. They already do a lot of damage. He did get the haste rune, actually, but they get off the false promise now as well. Nicely done, and no one gets the face picked up as well. He'll be healed, but here comes Arteezy. Gets up the stun on Sioma. There's going to be the Ravage coming through. They get the entangle as well. They've lost a male. Not a great fight so far for EG, and Vega are turning it around. It's time to hightail it out, says EG. We dropped the wall. We didn't get the fight win that we wanted. Sumel's already dead. Oracle is just making this game stay as close as it possibly can for Vega.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. But the bigger aspect was the haste rune, though. If that was any other rune, that was a dead no one other than maybe like Invis or something. But also Sumail could have grabbed the haste, but I'm sure he wasn't looking at the clock there. He's probably more concerned about getting the kill. So doesn't grab the Tiny, and Tiny gets away, is able to run to the Oracle, and then Oracle full heals him. Absolutely huge plays there.
Phantasm's back up and ready to go. They go for this. Reality ripped in. Arteezy, great vacuum comes through. They'll pop up the Phantasm, but still, now the Savage Roar away as well. They get the Fiend's Grip up into no one. They'll buy back at Sumail. They'll jump and they'll get one. Can they get more? Suma's going to be the next target as well. They've got pull. They'll use it up. They'll get two here. Keeping away is going to be Mag, and Pasha will get out as well, it looks like. And the other one is Oracle, but he's too fast. He's got a Yule Scepter on the Oracle, surprisingly enough, for solo, and they'll just walk out.
It's kind of an interesting item, but I think it's partially to remove Fiend's Grip. They need a solution against that. He can also use off Surge and Iron Shells on people that are going after him. And just as a whole, the mobility is going to be nice. If he's sitting in the back of the fight, he can move and get in position to use his ultimate a little bit more easily. So I think it's an okay choice. He can use dodge Chaos Knight stun too. There's a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an all, plus the mobility. That's the biggest thing for me, is the mobility.
Yeah.
Just making sure you can move fast enough to get to your hero, to get your ability off. Relic has been picked up for Mag. The Radiance very close. While that's all happening, Sumail will get the Aegis, the best Aegis carrier in the game, or at least one of the best Aegis carriers in the game.
Yeah, and he's still a bit behind in farm, but his KDA has been very good this game. His net worth is third from the highest, and he will transition to his Bloodstone. And at that stage, it becomes very hard for Vega to kill, because they don't have a scaling carry, really. Tiny is more of like an AoE damage carry, unless he's really far ahead. So the Lone Druid is also kind of an AoE, whittle him down slowly. I just don't see Storm Spirit dying very much for the rest of the game. Yeah. And because he had a good early game, it means that he's plenty ahead of his opponents. He's where he needs to be, and I don't think he's ever going to stop being ahead now.
Got his Soul Ring up and ready. He just needs two more components for that, and the recipe, I suppose, for the Bloodstone to be completed. So he's getting there. He's getting rather close, unless they took that out. Nope, there it is. It's still 900 plus, actually, he's pretty close to having both of those components and finished up for the Vitality and the Energy Booster. Once he has that, it's just about 900 away, and then that Bloodstone makes this game a lot harder for Vega.
Radiance is up now, at least for Vega, so they've got that going for them. 22 minutes. It's pretty... 23 minutes about. It's a little bit late. A couple minutes late, but it's still a reasonable time. It just isn't the best counter against EG's heroes. That's maybe the other problem here. It is pretty nice to just run after Io, though.
PPD is... I think his Invis ran out. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I think so too.
That was awkward. He probably could maybe just TP here, and maybe he should, but... He's close to Sumail. I guess he feels comfortable enough and safe enough. He's very close to his Glimmer Cape, by the way, which I think he really needs. And there's the heart now done for Arteezy, by the way, which is very good.
Yeah, it's great to stack the strength items on a Chaos Knight in a game where your opponents are not scaling in terms of damage, and they're a little bit weak in AoE. It's great against nuke-based lineups. One of the best things that Chaos Knight is good against. Also, he can use his Armlet whenever he wants now, because he can regen the HP up very rapidly. And also, Heart was buffed recently. Now heals 4.75% of your max HP per second if you're not taking damage from heroes. So that is a massive amount of HP.
I saw him tank towers yesterday and just go to town when there was no heroes hitting him. I think that's really important. Like tier 3 towers do, so. Yeah,
that's like, what, 150 HP per second? Yeah, he's getting about 164 right now. It's incredible regen.
Tier 1 tower getting chunked down by the Demolish from the Bear, and it looks like they'll grab the kill, and they'll back away together. Tier 1 seems to be all they want, but here we go. Sumail jumping in, trying to find Mag as well. There's going to be the Phantasm coming through. They've got the Savage Roar. Can they get it off in time is the question. Mag going to get caught. The Reality He'll fall first and foremost. Sioma's going to get nightmared up as well. They'll try to bring down the Tombstone. Great Yules to dodge that stun like you talked about, but no one gets destroyed by Arteezy. The amount of damage. Back wall back, and Sioma getting caught. Last right click, 3 dead, and it might be a 4th. Solo gets off a great false promise, and Ghost Scepter will try to heal himself up, but he ain't going anywhere. He'll get taken down by those illusions. They're going to work, and he'll die before he gets to the well. I think he might have even used a TP there. No, he did not, luckily enough. But still, 4 dead Purge, and just like that, huge fight for EG. Might have been game-winning even.
One of the few rare times that it's a good Chaos Knight game, man, and EG drafts it. really, really good to look at the lineups and say, you know, this is a solid Chaos Knight game, and he's scaling very well against heroes like Tiny as well.
Yeah.
He didn't get Craigie there, but that's partially because Tiny's behind. He's only got a level 2 Craigie, 15% chance to get stunned.
Yeah.
He gets a crit off, and he dies Tiny, and he kills Tiny in 2 swipes.
Two
that was
hits,
all it
yeah.
took.
2 hits. I mean,
With his
obviously,
illusions.
illusions will do a lot of that damage, but still, that he fell immediately. I think one of them was a crit, which gives you the armor reduction, and all of a sudden you're dead. So the
Yeah.
heart will give you the extra strength. As you talked about the armlet toggle, it's very tough to fight into RTZ right now. He's going to get yet another item here pretty soon. It's going to make it even harder. Go Manta. God, I don't even know what you pick up now on Chaos Knight at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Tiny was one of the solutions that they had versus Chaos Knight, but he's just had a rough game. He hasn't been ahead here. So because of that, Chaos Knight's going to run away with this game, most likely. In terms of the next item, Manta's pretty good. I think he's going to have the mana pool because he has a Wisp, but he might also just do something like Scotty, just massively increases HP even more. Go from like 3,300 to 4K and give himself slow, give his illusions and himself attack speed, give himself a huge mana pool. Scotty is good. He can go AC. He can get an Abyssal Blade. He's got so many options. You get
I mean,
SNY.
he's essentially unkillable already, it feels like, and you get another like a BKB or a Scotty, and this game just gets that much harder for them. So
BKB is a good idea. He could do just about any item. He's so far ahead right now.
I don't think they could kill him right now. I don't think it's possible unless they focus him down with just about every ability. And like you talked about, you have a Lone Druid that's very good at taking down a lot of enemies very slowly with your Radiant Spur. And even if you get a root on the real one, there's no guarantee you're going to be able to bring him down and kill him. So it's not great. I guess maybe they could get a Maelstrom to deal with the illusions. I just don't know, man. VEGA are in a really rough spot right now.
Yeah. He does pick up a Hyperstone, so very likely going to be AC. If you grab a lot of armor and pair it with a lot of HP, he'll have tons of survivability. I would love to see a Moonshard as well. I don't think we will see a Moonshard. I think it'd be a mistake, but I would love to see Chaos Knight attack really fast and kill somebody.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
2 hits.
Dear Lord. They would die so quickly. Their entire team would just get destroyed by Chaos Knight at that point, and there's a good chance that could happen. But Vega doing the right thing, keeping the Lone Druid Bear up top, allowing him to Radiant Spur and push that out. Make sure they have to TP back and defend the Tier 2 tower, which they will. Or not, they'll actually stop the TP. I think it was coming out from Sumail. He said, maybe don't do that. So instead they're going to look for a kill here in the jungle, which they could find. They have Vision of Pasha. He's got Ravage, he's got Guardian Greaves up and ready to go. And this is more of a bait than anything else. You can see, maybe not a bait, but Vega are keeping him safe at the very least. Now the relocate mid, they're going to find out no one. They're going to find a stun as well as Rihanna Rift, and he dies instantly. He's deleted from the map. And they did not have time to react to that engagement. PPD's looking for a Nightmare or something, but everyone is already back into the base. Vega is going to sit behind their racks and try to stay safe and comfortable while the inevitable onslaught comes.
It's just so hard, man. Like, how do you play against a Storm who can jump over like a third or a half of the map and a relocate? Like, it's so much offensive potential that you just can't leave your base in split push. Like, the way that they've been farming is sending the Bear to Radiant Spur and a Creep Wave. Like, that is their farm patterns now.
There's the Phantasm coming out. The Bear gets stunned for 4 seconds. The range racks is going to be focused down by the illusions, and the melee racks will be taken by Arteezy. The Bear will get pulled up. They actually take a lot of damage just from the right clicks from the illusions alone. The Savage Roar will come through, allow them to actually stop chasing it for a moment. The Soul Rip will keep him alive, the Fate's, but he's going to have to go back and heal unless they want to make a new one, which there's a chance that could be the case. Melee Rex is getting focused down. Sumail will jump in looking for Suma. They've dropped down the Tombstone. They've gotten the Melee Rex. Arteezy will go to work. Now that the Avalanche Toss combo, Arteezy taking some damage, but now here comes the Overcharge. There's the Ravage coming out as well. Relocate out, not available. Savage Roar will fly as well. They jump in. Guardian Greaves coming through. Back wall onto all 5. And Vega will lose 2 instantly. No one will buy back. Just a second thereafter, the Bear will fall. Once again, it looks like Mac has a resummon. Toss Ava onto 5 as well. Reality Wrath back in. No one's still in trouble. 4-second stun coming through. Arteezy's low. They don't want to lose him. That's a very valuable target. They'll Glimmer Cape him out and just back away. Meanwhile, Sumail will have to deny himself, and now he's back to 8 Bloodstone charges. PPD will be able to TP out. The Universe will surge himself and blink away. That
maybe can fight
okay.
this.
That was an okay hold from Vega.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Alright, Wisp goes up by himself.
Yeah, he's going to TP away. Maybe not get there in time. Oh, they couldn't get the Insane Response off.
He TP glimmered there, so they didn't actually see him until the end. So pretty good fight from EG. I think it just shows the way they're allowed to team fight there was how far ahead they are. I've never seen Chaos Knight illusions that were sieging live for so long. Like, Vega just doesn't have the heroes to deal with it. The only heroes of them that have AoE is basically Tidehunter and Tiny, and that's it. The other ones are really weak AoE. So the illusions could just siege the tower, and Universe gets to sit back and wait all day for a 5-man vacuum, and when it comes out, it just does so much damage.
Yeah.
So Vega's got to be feeling really bad about their chances here. It's very tough. They're going to keep scaling in items, EG that is, and they're going to keep getting ganks, and they have the ultimate late game gankers, so they got to do their best to find a good team fight if they can, but it's hard. They have their limit stuns that they can't really control their opponents as well as they'd like. It's not looking good for Vega.
I mean, there are so many items behind at this point. 15,000, almost 20,000 net worth advantage. Feels like it should be more for EG just because of how strong they feel at this point. But here we go. Sumail will jump forward, looking for an Orca to find it on Pasha. Kraken Shell will take it off, it looks like. Sioma the Slayer will go to work. Now the False Promise on Mag. Sioma will fall next. Pasha is going to get rid of Rift back in. There's going to be another Phantasm already backing in. Wall's back up again, facing the fly. Solo pops with the Ghost Scepter. Another pull for Mag. Mag's a triple hill fall. He's got buyback. He might have to use it. On the other side, you can see Sumail looking for no one. He's very low. He's got a couple more right to get this kill. He's not got the most mana for Sumail. Jump forward and finally gets the kill, and that is it. EG will stay undefeated, at least in terms of series here, in this Captain's Draft 3.0, but just an impressive all-around display in games number 1 and 3 from them.
Yeah, they played really good. They had some cool drafts. Game 2, things didn't go so well for them, but that was Vega playing really solid and having really good counters to deal with what EG had. But Game 3, man, this is the Chaos Knight story. They